can show me how to love. Maybe I'm going through a drought. You don't even have to do too much. You can turn me on with just a touch, baby. I look around, since city's cold and empty, no one's around to judge me. I can see clearly when you're gone. And I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. I said, ooh, I'm drowning in the night. Oh, when I'm like this, you're the one I trust. Hey, hey, hey. I'm running out of time, 'cause I can see the sun light up the sky. So I hit the road in overdrive, baby. Oh, the city's cold and empty. No one's around to judge me. I can see clearly when you're gone. And I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. I said, ooh, I'm drowning in the night. Oh, when I'm like this, you're the one I trust. I'm just coming back to let you know I can never say it on the phone. They'll never let you go this time. I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. Hey, hey, I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch.
Only the best.
I'll smile, I know what it takes to fool this town. I'll do it till the sun goes down and all through the night time. Oh yeah, I'll tell you what you wanna hear. Keep my sunglasses on while I shed a tear. It's never the right time. Yeah. I put my arm around, show you how strong I am. I put my arm around, I'll show you that I am. I'm unstoppable. I'm a Porsche with no brakes. I'm invincible. Yeah, I win every single game. I'm so powerful. I don't need batteries to play. I'm so confident. Yeah, I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Yeah, I'm unstoppable today. Break down, only alone I will cry out now. You'll never see what's hiding out deep down. Yeah, I know, I've heard that to let you feel and show is the only way to make friendships grow. But I'm too afraid
man.
Your knight in shining armor, and I love you. You have made me what I am, and I am yours. My love, there's so many ways I want to say I love you. Let me hold you in my arms forevermore. You have gone and made me such a fool. I'm so lost in your love. And oh, we belong together. Won't you believe in my song? Lady, for so many years I thought I'd never find you. You have come into my life and made me whole. Forever, let me wake to see you each and every morning. Let me hear you whisper softly in my ear. In my eyes, I see no one else but you. There's no other love like I love. And yes, oh yes, I'll always want you near me. I've waited for you for so long. Lady, your love's the only love I need. And beside me is where I want you to be. 'Cause my love, there's something I want you to know. You're the love of my life. You're my lady.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now. And the best.
No. Austin, you're a Florida fan. You don't get to say anything about Cam Ward quitting at halftime. That's the wrong one. This one's better.
When I start making love, I don't just make love, I be stroking. That's what I be doing. I be stroking. I stroke it to the east, and I stroke it to the west. I stroke it to the woman that I love the best. I be stroking. Let me ask you something. What time of the day do you like to make love?
Stroking and poking. Let's go, Ballard.
Love just before breakfast? Have you ever made love while you watch the Late Late Show? Well, let me ask you this. Have you ever made love on a couch? Well, let me ask you this. Have you ever made love on the back seat of a car? I remember one time I made love on the back seat of a car, and the police came and shined his light on me, and I said, I'm stroking. That's what I'm doing. I be stroking. I stroke it to the east, and I stroke it to the west, and I stroke it to the woman that I love the best. I be stroking. Let me ask you something.
Ballard, the StreamYard link is in the description of the video if you want to come on.
How's it been since you made love? Huh? Did you make love yesterday? Did you make love last week? Did you make love last year? Or maybe it might be that you're planning on making love tonight. But just remember, when you start making love, you make it hard, long, soft, short, and be stroking. I be stroking. I stroke it to the east, and I stroke it to the west, and I stroke it to the woman that I love the best. I be stroking. Now, when I start making love to my woman, I don't stop until I know she's satisfied. And I can always tell when she gets satisfied, because when she gets satisfied, she started calling my name. She said, Clarence Carter, Clarence Carter, Clarence Carter, Clarence Carter. Ooh, shit, Clarence Carter. The other night, I was stroking my woman, and it got so good to her. You know what she told me? Let me tell you what she told me. She said, stroke it, Clarence Carter, but don't stroke so fast. If my stuff ain't tight enough, you can stick it up my... I be stroking. I be stroking. I stroke it to the east, and I stroke it to the west, and I stroke it to the woman that I love the best. I be stroking. I be stroking. I be stroking. I be stroking. I stroke it to the north. I stroke it to the south. I stroke it everywhere. I even stroke it with my... I be stroking. I be stroking.
All right. Yep. Good morning. It's Uncle Lou here. That's right. It is me, Uncle Lou, live on YouTube for you. Thanks for watching. Happy Monday. Welcome to the morning show. We do this every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday at 8 a.m. Well, almost every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday at 8 a.m. We take a morning off every now and then. But that's okay. That's allowed. This is a purely volunteer gig that I'm doing here on the morning show. Yeah. Trust me. Purely volunteer here. How's everybody doing? Did you have a good weekend? No bowl games yesterday. They leave that alone for the NFL, but we're back at it today, Monday. And nothing makes more sense to me than a Monday afternoon at 2:30 in the afternoon bowl game between Iowa and Missouri. That just makes more sense than maybe anything I've ever heard. I don't know why more college football games don't come on Monday afternoon at 2:30 p.m. Mike, I see you there. Look at this, buddy. This is kind of small. I don't know if you can see it. Look at this. Can you see what that says? How in the world? Can you see what that says? Hey, listen. I told you I've been gambling a long time. I've been gambling on college football specifically since I was 8 years old. I will take a week where I'm up $1.85 every week of the year if you promise it to me. But yeah, I finished the week up $1.85, and that's not even really the worst part. I've showed y'all this before, but look at this. How do you these are all the games I bet on in 1 week from last Monday through yesterday. How do you bet on this amount of games in 1 week and just finish $1.85 ahead? Like I should be $400 down or $400 up. One of the two, at least. How many? I mean, this is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45 different bets. I made 45 different bets last week and finished up $1.85. Now, again, I'm not complaining about being up. I'll take being up any amount, any week of the year over being down any amount, any week of the year. It just boggles the mind that you can bet almost 50 games in a week and basically just break even. Now, in reality, what happened is I was up $80 with only one game left to play. It was last night's game between the Redskins and the Falcons. I was up $80, and I had not planned on betting on that game. So I should have finished the week up $80-something is what should have happened. I was not planning on betting the Falcons-Redskins game. But I was like, fuck it. So I took whatever amount I was up, about $87 or something, and I betted on the Redskins in the first half. They were the home team. It's nothing to do with the Falcons or the Redskins, either one. I just bet the home team. That's all. That's it. That's literally all I knew. I didn't look into anything about the game. I don't know anything about the game. I just literally bet the home team. And, of course, the Redskins did not cover in the first half. So I lost that $80 dollar bet, and that left me up $1.85 for the week. So in reality, that's what happened. So the bookie should be sending me $80-something this morning, but I got greedy last night, and I said, you know what would be better than the bookie sending me $87? The bookie sending me $160 or whatever that would have been doubled. Instead, he's not sending me anything at all. He'll just leave that $1.85 in there, I'm sure. And let it roll over to the next week. Speaking of roll over.
Shit.
Ballard, I heard you did some rolling over this past weekend. Is that true?
What happens in Memphis stays in Memphis.
Yeah. Well, you're just lucky you didn't get shot or stabbed spending the weekend.
Oh,
in
you
Memphis
have no
for-
idea. Like I went and we stayed the night. Me and Nana went and we did do some late night hanging out on Beale Street, and holy crap, dude, that was sketchy as hell.
Yeah. Yeah. I've never been to Memphis, but
It's
I've
a
heard
ni-
it can
I
be a
mean, it
dangerous
looks
place.
nice, but then you get Beale Street and like go hit up some barbecue joint like we did, and it gets pretty shady after
Now, you know
dark.
what you should have done? You should have called your buddy Slim Shady Canes to come escort you around. You know?
That's right. Slim's in Memphis, isn't he?
I think he lives, I don't think he lives like, and I could be wrong. I don't think he lives like in the, you know how all big cities have suburb. I think he lives in a suburb of Memphis. So like a city right outside of Memphis. I could be wrong, and maybe he actually does live in Memphis. But it's like, if you ask, like if someone tells you they live in Atlanta, like chances are they don't live in Atlanta. They probably live in Marietta or Gwinnett or whatever.
That's like
I
I
know he-
say
but I know
live
he
in
lives-
Coleman, but I don't live in Coleman.
Yeah, like I know he lives in and around the Memphis area. I'm not exactly sure if he actually lives in Memphis. But anyway, the point is, he's just a few minutes away, if not. But he would have been a good tour guide. And you've seen Slim Shady Canes before, hadn't you?
He was at the Slobs this year.
Yeah,
right?
so you've seen him before, is my point.
Yeah.
Yeah, would have been a great bodyguard for you on Beale Street. It's a big old. No one's messing with Slim Shady Canes walking down Beale Street. That I can promise you that.
I know. Ask the security guard at the Slob Olympics. I thought he was fixing to kick his ass.
Yeah. Yeah, he took his
When we
shirt
were
off.
hanging
Remember,
out
you remember that?
in the
Yeah.
parking garage.
Yeah, he took his shirt off.
Yeah.
Now look, I know what that means. I've been in enough bar fights and street fights to know that when
Yeah.
someone takes their shirt off, you better either turn around and run, or you better be ready to swing, because there's no that's the last step. That's the
Yeah.
last warning that someone will give you. If they take their shirt off, they're willing to get beat up or go to jail or both once they do that. So if you're not willing to do the same, you need to turn around and run or start swinging. Because that is literally the last step is someone taking, that's them trying to give you a warning of look, this is how serious I am. I'm not just yapping here. I'm taking my shirt off, and the next step is we're swinging.
Yeah.
So let that be a warning to some of you younger folks out there. If you're running the roads at night and you get into a verbal altercation with someone and they take their shirt off, that's the end of the talking. It's either you either need to be prepared to fight at that second, or you need to turn around and run. Those are the only two options if someone takes their shirt off on you. That's it. And Slim took his shirt off on that security guard, and what did the security guard do? He took off.
Yeah.
He didn't want any of the problems that Slim Shady Canes was about to dish out.
And for me, going to my first Slob Olympics and experiencing that this year, that was definitely one of my highlights this year, man. Because I looked at Slim, I'm like, Slim, what are you doing?
Now, is it true or false that you're going to the cruise or not?
Oh, it's paid off and everything. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Good.
Mom and Dad Ballard are going to be there too.
Right. Now, have you ran this by your girlfriend? Does she know about this?
She knows. I think I told her about the cruise and I told her about YouTube, but I did let her know, like, hey, it's already booked and paid off, and I wish you could come.
All right. Now,
And she said she probably has some stuff that weekend anyway.
all right. Okay. So I do want to get into this whole situation. First of all, for those of you that don't know, Ballard has a new girlfriend, official as of this weekend, which is a big deal. We're very happy for Ballard. And we're going to get into a lot of that. But the first question, the first thing I'm always curious about, and it's become a little more normal now than it used to be. But when you talk to her about YouTube and what you do on YouTube and like what you watch on YouTube and stuff like that, like what does she think about that?
I think she's just in a supportive mood that she supports what I'm doing. I don't know if she's actually watching because I don't know. I mean, some of my stuff is watchable, but not all of it, and you know that. So I don't know if she's actually watching, but she knows that I have a YouTube channel, and she thinks. I mean, when I told her, I'm like, she's like, "That's pretty cool."
Yeah. But
So
you haven't given her the links to anybody else's channel, have you?
I have not
Okay, good.
yet.
It's probably a good idea. Now, of course, I did Facebook Messenger with the link to this live show that we're doing right now. So,
Are you serious?
no, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that to you.
Oh my
I
god.
wouldn't do that to you. All right. So, now, of course, you don't have to answer any question you don't want to answer or you're uncomfortable answering, okay?
Okay.
How did y'all meet?
Facebook dating.
Okay, so
We met
an app. Okay,
back
yeah,
on.
yeah.
It was late September. In fact, was it not the I think it was the day of the Georgia game because I remember I was gonna go live for the Georgia game after work. I get home and then her and I were just kind of talking. We had met that week and we exchanged numbers pretty quickly to just say the whole because when I have met people through Facebook dating, it's like, oh, I don't get on here, so can we just add each other on Snap? Well, I don't have Snapchat. But I'm like, I'll give you my number. So there's the start, right?
Right.
And so we kind of went back and forth. We talked, we asked questions, get to know each other. We got comfortable with it. And we talk every single day. We really do. And this is the first time I have had someone that I matched up with, that I met, that actually wanted to talk to me and get to know me. And I think that's the biggest part for me is that I think I found someone that really loves me for who I am.
Right. Which is important. Now, you live in or around Coleman, Alabama, and she lives in Arkansas. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. So this is a long distance relationship in that?
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
Um, is there any level of concern about that?
I had it at first, but I think after this weekend and everything, I think that kind of we're okay with it. Like we know that at some point at the right time, like we'll meet up halfway, or she's at least joked around about like me moving to Arkansas or her moving to Alabama or something like that. And we kind of joked about it, but I mean, in a way, I mean, I'd be up for it.
All right. Uh, Sorry, Jackpot sent me some kind of an email about something. No, Jackpot. But also, you can Google that as easily as I can to find out what's going on with that instead of me having to do it right now, which is what I just did. But no, there is no concern there. Carolina Juke Poot. Okay, Ballard. So y'all been talking on the phone and whatnot, and this, that, and the other since September, and y'all decided, okay, between Christmas and New Year's, we'll meet in the middle, Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah, we looked at a couple different places to try to meet up. We also looked at it's in Mississippi. I can't think of what it is.
Well, I don't
What
care.
town
I don't
that
care
is.
about. I don't care about where y'all didn't meet up.
Okay.
There's a lot of places where y'all didn't meet up. In fact, y'all didn't meet up everywhere on the
Tupelo,
planet
but-
except for Memphis, Tennessee, right?
Yeah,
Nowhere else
That's
on the
right.
planet did y'all meet up.
true.
Yeah, just Memphis. Okay. Now, so what? You had to stay in a hotel, and so did she, or what?
Yes.
Same
I don't know
hotel,
if it
or
was the same. That's the thing. I don't know which hotel they were at, but we were at a
You don't even know what
really good
hotel she was at?
I, oh, I remember now. No, they drove back because they were just so close to Memphis. They actually drove back
Oh,
after
they
the
just
date.
came in for the day.
They just came in for the day, but Nana and I stayed in a hotel.
Okay, so where did you meet her in person for the first time? What was the plan?
The plan was we would meet up at the Bass Pro Pyramid.
Y'all met at a Bass Pro
To
Shop.
start. Yeah. What more romantic way?
Um, is that why you wore this shirt? Because you were meeting at Bass Pro Shop.
I mean, I had just bought the shirt. I thought it was nice. I
Did
knew
you
I had
buy
this
it
date
at
coming
Bass
up.
Pro Shop?
No,
Oh, okay. All right. I'm just asking.
I did not buy it at a Bass Pro. No.
Okay. You just decided to meet at a Bass Pro Shop. Now, is she into fishing in that?
She is into fishing as long as we put the bait on for her.
Okay. Did y'all fish in the
Hey.
Bass Pro Shop?
No,
Because some Bass Pro Shops you can fish in there.
it's true. This was, I don't think it was one of those.
Did
We
you
didn't
even
even
go
go to
in?
every floor.
Did you even go inside the Bass Pro Shop?
Yes, we had met outside. We
All right,
talked
hold
for
on.
a
Oh,
little
all
bit.
right.
Then we
Just,
said,
let's
"Let's go in."
let's just rewind. So you're at the so you get to Memphis, you check into the hotel. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. You get to Memphis, you check into the hotel. She's driving to Memphis from Arkansas, straight to the pyramid, because she has no hotel
Yes.
to check into. Okay. So you had a time you were planning on meeting there, or what?
About 4 o'clock.
About 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, so you're at the hotel, you get checked in. What time did you get to the hotel?
We got to the hotel about 3.
About 3. Okay. So just enough time to get checked in. Did you freshen up?
I did.
Okay, good. And then you say, okay, Nana, take me to Bass Pro Shop.
Yes.
All right. So Nana drove you to Bass Pro Shop.
Yes.
All right. You got out of the car and Nana stayed in the car, or you and Nana both got out of the car?
She dropped me off at the front. She parked the car and then she came inside.
All right. And you just waited right inside Bass Pro Shop in that? For Nana?
Yes, but when I walked in, I recognized her because again, this was
Oh, she was
first time
already
meeting in
there.
person.
What's her name?
She was already there.
What's her name?
What's her name? Taryn.
All right, so Nana dropped you off at the front door of Bass Pro Shop and went to park. You walked inside Bass Pro Shop, and Taryn was already inside Bass Pro Shop.
Yes.
All right. She was with her Nana too?
No, she was with her mom and brother.
Okay. Older brother or younger brother?
I think younger. He's like a few years younger. So
Did he give you a talking to, the brother?
no,
Okay. Now, what did you do when you walked in and you saw them standing there?
took a deep breath, walked over, said hello, and we hugged.
Okay. And then, did you speak to the mother or the brother?
Yes, I said, "Hey, I'm Christian," and we went from there.
And did
I
they-
don't know.
did
I
they
didn't
s-
really know what to say, but
And when you said hello, I'm Christian, did they say, I don't care what your religious beliefs are, I just want to know your name, or what? So when you meet somebody, that's the first thing you do is tell them that you're Christian.
well, I say Christian Ballard. I left out the Ballard Sports Media part because I wasn't going to be too weird, but I usually say Christian Ballard, Ballard Sports Media.
Didn't they already know you were a Christian?
That You know Christian is my first name, right?
No, I don't care what your first name is. I'm asking about your religious affiliation and why.
Yes, they knew.
Okay,
They
they
knew.
knew. Okay, now did she say hello? I'm Christian Taryn.
No.
No. Okay.
No.
But I'm gonna assume you already knew she was a Christian.
Yes.
Okay. So you walk into the
But
Bass
she
Pro
didn't have
Shop.
to say it.
Right. You walk into the Bass Pro Shop, you announce your religious affiliation, you introduce yourself to her, her brother, and her mother. And then what? You say, okay, let's wait here for a minute or two. Nana's on the way in, or
Yes, and then Nana walked in.
all right. Now, what did Nana do when she walked in? Because Nana don't take no shit off nobody. I've met Nana.
So is Sir UGA.
Right. So when Nana walked in, she pretty much took control of the situation.
She didn't like take control, but she was really sweet to everybody and started talking and just everyone kind of hanging out for a minute
Right.
and just talking, getting to know each other a little bit more in person.
And then the five of y'all roamed around Bass Pro Shop.
Yeah, for about an hour.
All right. Did y'all stay together, or you two wandered off? You and Taryn wandered off on your own, or this was a group outing?
No, this was a group outing. We all stayed together at first
Okay.
before we decided to go to dinner.
Did anybody buy anything from Bass Pro Shop?
Not that I know of. I didn't buy anything.
So
and
just some
she
window
didn't.
shopping in there.
Yeah,
Okay. So y'all walk
they had some
around.
cool stuff.
Right. So y'all walk around Bass Pro Shop for an hour or so, and then you're like, okay, well, what do we want to do now? Or like, what did you already? Okay, before you went to Memphis to meet her,
Hmm.
was there any plan beyond let's meet at Bass Pro Shop, or was that it? It was just like,
Yes.
okay, we'll meet at Bass Pro Shop, and then we'll just see where it goes from there. Or was there a specific plan?
No, we kind of had it planned out, and plans changed last minute because it was pouring down rain too. We were gonna go to wherever they have like Christmas lights and stuff, but that obviously kind of took a toll because of weather. So what we ended up doing was we knew we wanted to eat at Texas Roadhouse for dinner, me and her. And so we just hung around Bass Pro and we did that for about an hour or so, and then we went over to Texas Roadhouse.
All
Just
right.
me and her.
Well, you say just you and her. So did Nana drive you over to Texas Roadhouse?
No, she gave me the keys and said, "Have a good time."
Well, what did Nana do with no car in the middle of Memphis, Tennessee, in the pouring down rain?
She stayed inside the Bass Pro.
Okay, see, I've never been to Memphis, so can you just walk? I mean, how far away is the Texas Roadhouse from the Bass Pro Shop?
It was about 20 minutes, actually.
All right, so you left Nana in Bass Pro Shop in Memphis,
Yes.
Tennessee. Nana gave you the keys to her
Sure.
car,
Yes.
and you and Taryn, by yourselves, drove to Texas Roadhouse?
Yes.
What did brother and mother do?
Whatever happened with them after we left Bass Pro, I have no idea.
They didn't.
Well, no, I know they all hung out together.
So the five
They
of
hung out
y'all.
with each other.
Okay, so the five of y'all walked around Bass Pro Shop for an hour. You and Taryn then drove to Texas Roadhouse, which is 20 minutes away. 8, which takes about an hour. And then drove back to Bass Pro Shop. And during that hour and a half to 2 hour period, Nana, mother, and brother just continued to roam around Bass Pro Shop. So they were actually roaming around Bass Pro Shop for like 3 hours.
Unless they had left at some point to go somewhere else with Taryn's mom's car. I don't know,
They
but
weren't hungry?
they probably were. I don't know what they did while we were gone.
Okay. All right. So you and Taryn drive to Bass Pro Shop. Well, first of all, did you open? Was it raining when you walked from Bass Pro Shop to the car?
Yes, I had to pull up and get her.
Okay, so you pulled up and get at her. When you pulled up, did you get out of the car and open her door for her, or did she have to climb in on her own, Dukes of Hazzard style, through the window? What happened with that? What was the deal there?
Oh, I opened the door.
Okay. And then you drive to Texas Roadhouse.
Yes.
Okay. Now you get to Texas Roadhouse, you go in, you walk in the whole table for two deal like that. Was there a wait?
10 minutes. It wasn't too much.
About 10 minutes. Okay. And then now Ballard, did you let her order first, or did you order first, or did you order for her?
I think I ordered first, and then she ordered.
All right, what'd you order?
I got a ribeye.
Ribeye with what? Baked potato, French fries, what?
Uh, I got it with mashed
this-
potatoes, and then
Was this 6 months ago or 2 days ago?
2 days ago.
All
I'm
right.
trying to recap everything. It was a lot, but it was a great time. I mean, that's what matters.
So you
I
ordered a
guess.
ribeye
I
and
don't
something
know.
else, some other stuff that you can't remember. What'd she order?
You just got a regular, like, steak. I don't know what the regular steak would be, but you know,
Probably a ribeye, but it's okay. So you both ordered
Okay.
steak, is what you're saying.
yeah.
Okay. And you sat and you had your dinner. Okay. Now, was there conversation the whole time, or were there long moments of uncomfortable silence?
Short moments of silence, but mostly good conversation about kind of where we saw this going from that moment on, like the relationship.
So you talked about your future, bait, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we've talked a little bit about it before on the phone and
All right.
stuff
Now
like
remember.
that. So,
All right. Now remember that you don't have to answer any question you don't want to. Okay.
okay.
All right. You've said multiple times publicly on YouTube for anybody to hear. So this isn't a secret, but you're in college and you recently got accepted to, I believe, UAB.
Yep.
Okay. So she lives in Arkansas, you live in Alabama. So now what does she do in Arkansas? And you don't have to be I'm asking, is she in school? Does she have a job? Is it neither? Like I'm trying to figure out, you're tied to Alabama for the foreseeable future. Is she tied to Arkansas? Is what I'm trying to figure out. So you don't have to tell me whether she has a job or not if you don't want, you don't have to tell me anything you don't want to, but I'm trying to figure out whether she's tied to Arkansas, because you're tied to Alabama for the next 2 years, bud. So is she tied to Arkansas?
At the moment, I think for school. But
Okay,
after
so she
that,
is in school.
she's
Okay. Now she's not in high
Yes.
school, is she?
no.
All right. Hey, listen. I'm just checking because both of y'all are very religious, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And a lot of times in these religions, you got some shit that happens with underage. I want to make sure you're not getting caught up in that.
I gotcha.
So she's over 18.
Yes.
Okay. She's over 20.
Yes.
She's 22.
No.
She's 21.
She is.
Okay. All right. She's 21. She's in school. You're approximately the same age, are you not?
23, but close enough.
That's close enough. There's nothing wrong with that. So 23 and 21, there's nothing wrong with that. All right, so you're in school in Alabama. She's in school in Arkansas. You're meeting in Memphis, Tennessee after a tour of the Bass Pyramid Pro Shop. You're at the Texas Roadhouse eating red meat and something else that you can't remember, and you're discussing your future with your girlfriend.
Yes.
All right. And what does that future look like?
Well, I can give you what we've talked about in general because we talk about it even on the phone. Like we both want kids someday, and um, I think that I am willing to go wherever she is, or she's willing to go wherever I am. And from a Christian standpoint, we kind of obviously put it in God's hands and whatever He wants to do. So, but we just, we know what we want to do with our lives, and we're just glad that we kind of met on the same path almost.
Yeah. Okay. Now, but you're in school in Alabama for 2 years, and she's in school in Arkansas. How much longer does she have of school? Do you know?
I think about 2 years left too, as
Okay.
well.
Okay. Well, that's convenient. I mean, it's good timing for both of y'all. So what it sounds like then to me is that you're going to have to make the long distance thing work for probably a couple of years.
Right.
Now I can do the old man thing where I give you advice about don't drop out of school to chase a woman. But which would be my advice. Don't do that. But people in your situation don't always make the wisest of decisions. Lord knows it's happened to me before too. So, but I'm sure this is something probably Nana would talk to you about too. But you've come this far in your school and that, and like you said,
We have.
this relationship is ordained by God, is it not?
Oh yeah.
Right. And don't you think God would want you to finish school before you chase this woman to Arkansas?
Sometimes you just don't know what He wants, but
See, this is the problem with the whole God's hands deal. You can do whatever the fuck you want and then just say, well, that must have been what God wanted. Why can't
That's
God
true.
tell you ahead of time? Why can't God tell you right now what he wants as far as school goes? Didn't God tell you to go to UAB?
He did.
So why would God change his mind just so you can chase some snatch to Arkansas? You see what I'm saying? This is the problem here with this
Yeah.
line of thinking. But your education is important in that.
It is. Very
And
important.
hers is too, I'm sure. I know a lot more about your situation with that, with the UAB and what you want to do and all that than I do her. But I'm assuming at her age, if she's in school, then whatever it is she's in school for is important to her too. So anyway, so y'all must have talked about all this too. But so y'all are both willing to do the long distance thing, because not everybody would be willing to do that. Not everybody
Right.
would. It's not. No relationship is easy, Ballard. Whether you live with them, live down the street from them, live in the same town, but it can be harder when they live a couple of states away. The whole long distance thing. Trust can become an issue. Now, Ballard, do you know who Chris Rock is?
Yeah.
Okay. Now he's a very wise philosopher from back in the 2000s. Chris Rock is, and in one of his more famous speeches, I believe he delivered it on the Washington Mall in front of the Lincoln Memorial. Chris Rock said, and I quote, "A man is only as faithful as his options." Do you agree with that?
I guess so, because you have the free will to choose what you want to do and stay true to it.
Right. So don't you think that this works out good for Taryn in that you don't have any other options?
You're right.
So if ever there was a situation where a long distance relationship could work for a couple of years, I think this is it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is it. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say there's not a bunch of hot single women beating down your door every day.
You ain't wrong.
Yeah. And, well, as far as she is concerned, I'm sure the line's around the block, but you're just going to have to trust her.
Yeah. I do.
She probably has a list of suitors a mile long. Does that concern you at all?
Yes.
Well, you're going to have to learn to deal with that. You know? Like when you call and she doesn't answer, and then 2 hours later she answers the phone out of breath and goes, I was at Sam's. And you're like, who the fuck is Sam? And she's like, no, the bulk, the place where you buy 50 rolls of toilet paper, not the store. And you're going to have to just believe her.
Oh my gosh.
Are you prepared for that?
Not really.
All right. So you've been internet dating since September. You met her for the first time a couple of days ago in Memphis. You hung out for the day. You did the Bass Pro Shop tour. You go to Texas Roadhouse. You eat steak and something else that you can't remember. She does the same. You discuss your future. And then it's time to what? Go back to Bass Pro Shop?
Yes. And we did.
All right. So you go back to Bass Pro Shop. Now, Nana, mother, and brother are patiently waiting there?
Yes. And we actually did not walk in right away.
Okay. You stayed in the car?
We did.
Continue the conversation. I like that.
Yes.
Good move. That's a good move there. Okay, so you stay in the car, you continue the conversation for about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. And then it's time to go inside and find Nana. Or you
Yes.
called Nana. I don't know. Did you call Nana? Hey, we're here. Or what? Or you went in and looked for Nana.
We just walked. Yeah, we walked in. They were like right there.
Okay. All three of them.
Yeah.
Okay. And they say, hey, how was dinner? And you say, oh, it was great. You know, we talked about having kids and all that. And then what? And then, so what, you hang around Bass Pro Shop some more? Or is there, do we go somewhere else after that? Or what happened from there?
No, we just kind of hung out there some more.
All right. And now what time is it so you met at Bass Pro Shop at 4, walked around for an hour. You probably got to the restaurant about 5:30. It's probably about 6:30 when you're getting back to Bass Pro Shop. So it's getting late. It's getting late in the evening.
It's about 7:45 or so, maybe.
Oh, it's about 7:45. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we were at the restaurant for a good while.
I understand. I get it. I understand. Believe me, I can
Those
believe.
rolls, you can't turn down the rolls until they fill you.
Ballard, I'm seeing those buttons on that flannel shirt spread apart, but I believe that you were at that restaurant for a while. But You ate a lot of them rolls. You had seconds on the rolls.
You
So,
you have no
yeah,
idea.
nothing wrong with that. Hey, you're a slob. Now, and I'm sure she knows that. So there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong with that at all. All right, so you get back at 7:30, 7:45, whatever it is. You meet Nana, mother, and brother back inside the Bass Pro Shop. Yeah, dinner was great. Blah blah blah. Dinner rolls, steak, and something else. And then what? It's time to. It's just. Is it time to go our separate ways now?
Yeah, I mean, we hung out some more at Bass Pro, and then it was time to go our
Okay.
separate ways.
They had to drive back home.
They did.
Yeah, so they had to hit the road. You and Nana had to go back to the no-tell motel.
Yes.
Okay. So when all of y'all were leaving, was that awkward at all? Like, did you walk her back to her mother and brother's car, or did you just say your goodbyes like in the lobby of Bass Pro Shop, or like how did that go?
We said goodbye on the outside of Bass Pro Shop. She gave me a hug, said she had a really awesome time, and of course, we made it Facebook official.
Right. Now, what kind of hug are we talking about here?
Oh, like a real one? Like,
Two arms around you, that kind of thing?
yeah.
Right. Not a side hug.
No, no.
Okay.
I wasn't taking that.
Okay.
I'm better than that.
Right. Was there any hand holding?
No, we didn't. No. How the
No, that's
hell?
all right. That's okay. But like but that's something maybe keep in mind next time. Right?
Right.
Like even walking around Bass Pro Shop, just reach the hand over, There's nothing wrong with that. Like that would be an appropriate, especially now y'all are officially boyfriend and girlfriend or whatever you are, even on Facebook. It even says it on your Facebook profile.
Yeah.
So like that would be something that would be okay to do, I would think, next time. Don't you, right?
I think so.
I mean, she's
I
not
hope
gonna
so.
she's not gonna yank her hand away from you. You know what I mean?
No.
She's waiting on you to do it. That's all. She's not
Right.
gonna do it. She's a lady, Christ's sake.
Yeah.
And you got to get the kiss next time too. I'm not gonna jump on
Oh,
you
yeah.
for not doing it on your first date. I'm not gonna do that. You know, um, once you get older and you've been on 100 dates or something, you probably would have tried that right away. But I'm not. I heard you yesterday on the ladies show, and trust me, they're the last people you want to be taking advice from in this situation. Trust me, I'm your guy here. Believe
All
that.
right.
Everything they said to you, just throw that out the window.
Yeah. I don't even remember what they said.
Yeah, I'm the Confucius of canoodling. Believe me.
Yeah. I mentioned too, by the way.
You listen to
walking
your
around
Uncle Lou. I'll
Bass Pro,
get
we
you
had
in.
to be-
I'll get you in there, buddy.
All right. Thanks, Uncle.
So the next one is the hand holding. I'm talking right away, though. The next time you meet her, I don't care if it's a week from now or a year from now. The next time you are in the same zip code as her, it's hand holding right away. And then before you leave her that next time, it's kiss time, buddy. Of some
hope so.
kind. Now, you ain't got a, tongue fucker or nothing like that. That's up to you if you want to do that. But you got to kiss her on the mouth.
Yeah.
Y'all aren't 13. You know what I'm saying? So second date, you got to move things on down the road a little. That's not crazy to say, Ballard. I'm not telling you to,
I know.
I'm not telling you to tie her up, put her in your trunk, and take her to the Holiday Inn. That's like date number 5. Date number 2, though, a little hold handing and some type of a kiss, bud. Got to. You got to get
That's
something
it,
out of
man.
the deal here at some point.
I do.
You drove all
Yeah.
that way, paid for a hotel room, I'd drive all the way back. Meanwhile, she's taking day trips. There's got to be a little something for Ballard next time.
Oh, and there will be a next
Now I know you
time.
paid
In
for. I
fact,
didn't even ask you if you paid for the dinner because I know there's no way Nana sent you there without telling you you better pay for that dinner. So I didn't even ask you that, but you did pay for dinner.
Of course.
Of course you did. Of
'Cause
course
I'm
you did.
smart.
And you're a gentleman.
Yes.
Yeah, you're a gentleman. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Now,
Yeah, we've been talking about a lot of stuff over the past few months, and
Yeah.
some stuff came back up. Some stuff we kind of didn't talk about in person. I mean, it's gotten to the point of like, you know, like we've talked about when the time's right, like what will you name our kids and stuff, But
right.
um,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
awesome. Yeah, that's great. Now, do you know how kids are made?
in a factory. I'm just kidding.
You do know, though.
Yeah,
All right. So you'd have to do that probably multiple times. You know, it doesn't just automatically happen. Are you aware of that?
I know. Yeah, I'm very much aware.
Are you
Loud
prepared
and
for
clear.
that? Are you prepared for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
No. Well, that's a good answer because there is no way to prepare for that, bud. If you wait until you're ready to have kids to have kids, you'll never have kids. So don't let anybody tell you don't have kids till you're ready. You're never ready, bud.
Right.
You're never ready. Now you do need to y'all do need to get out of school though. You got to have jobs. All right. Nana ain't raising y'all's kid, is she?
No.
No. So y'all gotta get out of the school phase and into the cash and paychecks phase. Before you do that. Now, has there been any discussion over the last couple of days since this first date went so well about when or where you might see each other again?
Yes, she is coming to Alabama in February.
Whoa. Now, I personally,
I know well, no, I
I
don't know what you're gonna say.
I
But
don't
go ahead.
I don't force my opinions on anyone else, okay? But I do know that Valentine's
Mm-hmm.
Day is in February. Now I don't. Yeah,
Hey,
whatever. I don't give a
listen.
fuck. But
Speaking of, she's actually gonna be here. She plans on visiting on the 13th.
yeah, see, okay, I was getting at there. So
I'm
okay,
just
it's
saying.
good. Now,
Yep.
are there any hotels in Coleman?
If you saw my house, she ain't gonna need a hotel.
She's staying with you.
Maybe. We
Okay,
got 2 bedrooms downstairs.
okay, all right. Is there enough room for mother and brother?
We got 3 rooms
Okay.
downstairs, and we got 2, well, 3 technically up here, but
Would she be coming with
should
mother
be.
and brother, or what do you think? What would?
I have no idea.
Okay.
We haven't got that far yet.
You drive? Does she?
Yes.
Okay. So I don't. So she's 21, I think you said. So she wouldn't
Yeah.
have to come with her mother and brother. Now it may make her mother and brother more comfortable if they do come, but she wouldn't have to come with her mother and brother. I mean, they've already met you and seen what an upstanding citizen you are.
Yeah.
So it could be that she comes by herself.
It could be.
Yeah, it could be. Which would be alarming
Yes.
and exciting too.
Absolutely.
Now, is Nana a light sleeper?
No.
She's not. So once she's out, she's out.
Oh yeah.
That's perfect.
For a good, sometimes good 12 hours.
That's perfect, Ballard.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Yeah, I see this February trip shaping up to be one for the ages, bud.
You have no idea.
Yeah. Yeah. This is going to be good. All right. Does she care at all about college football?
A little bit. So being in Arkansas, they're Razorback fans, but they're not like diehards,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
But she loves basketball for sure,
Oh,
like
okay.
NBA and all that
Oh,
stuff.
NBA. Okay.
But she can watch some football too.
Yeah.
If not, there's going to be some issues
Right.
on Saturdays.
Of course. Yeah. I mean,
Because if I show up at the house, let's say a few years down the road, we're married, and like she says, "Hey, do we have plans on Saturday?" And I'm like, "It's rivalry weekend." She's like, "Yeah, but I want a date." I'm gonna be like, "What is rivalry weekend?"
well, you do like I do. You just tell her you got to work.
It's not gonna work.
I mean, in my
For
case,
you, that's true.
yeah. In my case, I'm not lying. In your case, you're basically interning. I mean, you want to do
Yeah.
the whole sports broadcasting thing professionally for a living. So, like, YouTube's almost like an internship for you. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
It's
Speaking of
practice,
interns,
basically.
did you see? Well, I don't think I posted this, but I am in talks with a Coleman TV station, by the way.
Right. I'm gonna need whenever you do that. I'm gonna, of course, need that link.
Oh yeah, I did tell you about that because you told me to send you the link
Yeah,
to that
yeah,
whenever it happens.
Yeah, because if you're on TV reading the news, I need to see that, and it needs to be
It's
broadcast.
must-watch
Yeah,
entertainment.
it needs to be broadcasted for everyone else to see too. So when that happens, I need that. Obviously,
Yes, sir.
yeah,
Yes,
I
sir.
obviously need that. Totally unrelated, but just out of morbid curiosity on my part. What's the latest on your relationship with one Chess Hall?
I'm done with that guy. Like we're done.
Seems like everybody is now done with Chess Hall. What's the Alabama
Well, I
man's
mean,
name? What's that?
what's the Alabama what?
There's the Alabama guy that made the video proclaiming to the world that he was done with Chess Hall. What's his name?
Oh, Ramajama Taylor.
Ramajama
That's
Taylor, which
Yeah.
was like you and Ramajama Taylor were like the last two
You're not best
people that I
friends.
know of on planet Earth that hadn't completely disowned Chess Hall. And now I'm hearing that both of you have now moved on from Chess Hall. Now, what brought that on?
Yeah.
Was it because he stole your
well,
StreamYard
because-
login? Is that what it was?
Yeah, so he got a hold of my StreamYard, and I learned my lesson. I had to change everything and get him off of it. And hello, everyone. This is Chess Hall. I struggle with anxiety, depression, and porn addiction.
Right.
I just wanted to bring this to light on Ballard Sports Media. And to which I replied, I'm like, bro, you're a guy. We all deal with stuff like that. You ain't got to put it on my channel. I don't want that on there. You know?
deal with stress, anxiety, and porn addiction, Ballard?
No.
Oh.
Stress and anxiety, yes.
Okay. But you're not addicted to porn.
mean,
you
he's-
just like to watch it.
No,
Yeah,
no.
I got you. But it's not.
But I know that he's not the only guy out there dealing with it, but he still doesn't need to put it on a sports YouTube channel.
Well, the thing
It's
is,
Ballard
he could have
Sports
put it on his own
Media,
channel,
not
is what you're saying.
therapy.
He could have put it on his own channel, is what you're saying.
Yeah. and
Instead, he
I don't-
decided
I
to
think
upload
that
it
he's
to your
just
channel.
incompetent that he forgot that he just needs a Google account to make a YouTube channel
Right. Instead, he
to make a 500th one.
right. Instead, he made a video about his porn addiction, but posted it to your channel.
Yeah. That was
Now,
stupid as hell.
prior to Chess Hall publishing that video on your channel, were you aware of his porn addiction?
No.
Okay.
God, no.
All right.
I
So
mean,
you
it
were,
was news to me just like it was anybody else.
right. Yeah. Well, I guess he finally burned the last of his remaining bridges. What it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
Um,
So now this wedding, um, it's a slobs themed wedding for me and my girl later in the future.
right.
Are you on the planning committee?
Yeah, of course, love to be. Now,
We're gonna have crab legs.
we'll see. But now I'll be on the planning committee because I can do that from here. But I won't be under any obligation to attend, of course.
Oh,
I mean, depending on when and where it is and all that. I mean, you know, the whole Colby thing has
Hope,
soured me on weddings. I'm just going to be honest with you.
well,
Um,
as long as Huffer Billy Paul shows up for the entertainment purposes, I think we'll be okay.
yeah. You know, Colby didn't have no TVs at his wedding. Did you hear about that?
No, you're telling me a Georgia fan is waiting to see who he's going to play in the playoffs on December 21st. He's at his wedding and he's not even curious as to who his team's going to play next.
Yeah. Well, not even that. Um, in order,
Couldn't even watch it.
in order to get all of us to even attend, he's been telling us for 6 months that there would be, quote, TVs everywhere with the games on. And then we got there, Ballard, and there was nary a TV, not one.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's disappointing. That's not even just disappointing. That's alarming.
Yeah.
To me.
Did you know Colby was a liar, or are you just finding this out like the rest of
No.
us are? Okay.
You know that he was the most disappointing slob, and like you know, I did not know he was a liar.
I didn't either. I didn't either. You know, Colby was accused about 9 months ago of being disingenuous, and a lot of people came to his defense, myself included. Now, I had to be a neutral party as I was a judge in that matter. But Colby actually won the case. The plaintiff, TK, failed to prove her claim that Colby was disingenuous. And now, fortunately for Colby, because of double jeopardy laws, he can't be tried again for the same thing, you know. So we can't retry the case. But obviously, Colby got away with one 9 months ago, because turns out.
So TK got screwed.
You know, it turns out disingenuous was actually not enough of a charge. You know, it's like if someone commits first-degree murder, but they're only charged with manslaughter, and they get found not guilty of the manslaughter. And then you find out later, not only was he guilty of the manslaughter, it was probably first-degree murder. And that's what the thing with Colby. He was charged with being disingenuous through some clever legal maneuvering on the part of Celine Driver. He was able to skate on those charges. And then here we are 9 months later, come to find out he was guilty. And not only that, he was undercharged. You know, he should have been charged with being a liar. But, you know, it's one of those you live and you learn type of deals, you know. Your Nana probably told you this, but, you know, this the whole fool me once, shame on you.
Oh, I hear it all the time, yeah.
But there ain't going to be no second time type of thing there. Shame on me if that happens. And it's not going to be a second time on that. So, so I don't know how long it'll be, a year, 10 years, whatever. But when Colby gets married again, I'm not going.
I got you.
You know, because he already fooled me once. That's shame on
Right.
Colby.
And you don't want to bring the shame upon yourself.
If he were to fool me twice, the shame would be upon myself, and I'm not.
Right,
I'm
and you
not
don't
going to
wanna do
allow that.
that.
I'm not going to allow that to happen. So,
Right. I got you.
but anyway, Colby's off gallivanting through the Netherlands or whatever the fuck with wooden shoes and shit. I don't know what, wherever they're at over there. It's like picking UJ to beat Bama. Shame on you. No, I picked Bama in that game. It's on video if you want to go back and watch it. The only Georgia game I got wrong this year during the season was the Ole Miss game.
Okay.
I think it'll be a lifetime of marriage his mother-in-law is making him. Well, the interesting thing about mother-in-laws, they don't live forever. They don't live forever. Now, if you're one of these people that, you ever heard like, that lady's too mean to die or whatever? Now, if that's true, then yeah, she might live forever. But I actually don't believe that's true. But yeah, narrative TV. Actually, the fact that they didn't have any TVs ended up not being that bad because it was 25 degrees and windy outside while we waited for 2 hours to go inside and eat.
Yeah.
So imagine how miserable we would have been standing around outside in the cold for 2 hours waiting to eat if instead of having nothing to do, we would have had to watch football.
Not as miserable in the cold and rain.
Well, it wasn't raining at
Right.
least.
Wow.
The glass is half full. It wasn't raining. Columbia plus 12, and I'm writing this down.
What is it?
Columbia plus 12 and a half. Kansas State plus 3.5.
You making some ball game bets?
Well, I'm going to bet both of those because the last time he was in here, he said 3 games, and I wrote them down. I didn't bet any of them, and they ended up all 3 hitting. So this time I'm writing them down, and I am going to bet those games today. Now, probably this will be the rebound thing. These will probably both lose because he got the other 3 right, but I don't care. I'm going to bet them anyway. Everyone. Kevin. Everyone. We built the TV stand out of like cups and a brick and propped a phone up against it, and we all stood around and watched it on a phone.
On a phone?
It's the best we could
Like
do.
a bunch of degenerates?
It's the best we could do, bud. There's no TVs there. There actually was a TV there, and someone tried to bring the TV out, but they were yelled at and told, no, take that TV out of here.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was great, though. Well, Ballard, I'm happy for you, buddy. What did Nana think of? What did Nana think of her? Nana, I'm sure Nana liked her.
Oh, she loved her. Yeah.
That's good.
For real.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I am happy for you.
Thanks.
I know we joked around a little bit this morning, but I am happy for you, buddy. I really am.
Yeah.
And just make sure you treat her right. You don't have to
Oh,
treat
I
her. You
will.
don't have to treat her perfect. You'll fuck up at some point. We all do, but do your best to treat her
I
right.
already gave her the keys to the doghouse, so when I do mess up, she can just go ahead and lock me up.
Yeah, and whenever you move in together, the first thing you should buy is a really comfortable couch,
Yeah.
because you'll be spending a lot of time on it. So
Sweet.
just keep that in mind. But Ballard, thanks for coming on. I'm happy for you, buddy. Keep us updated. If anything happens, you let me know. You're, of course, welcome to come on at any time and give us an update. And we'll be counting down the days till February. Hopefully she does get to come and see you.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and
And I'll
I
see you in
love all you
March.
guys, and hopefully, yeah,
I'll see
that
you
cruise,
March.
man,
Yeah.
it's coming up.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited
It's
about that. Yeah, yeah. So I'll see you.
Yeah.
And now Nana won't be there, but your mom and dad are going on this one.
Yep, Mom
Okay.
and Dad Ballard.
Yeah, so I'll get to meet your mom and dad. That's good. Okay.
Yeah, you'll
Now,
love them.
is there any way we can get one of them to yell at Sir UGA on the boat since Nana's not going to be there to do it?
I don't know if they will, but I mean, if he pisses my dad off enough,
Let me ask you,
he'll
I've
put him
asked you
in his
this
place, I'm
before.
sure.
I've asked you this before and I can't remember. Is Nana
Yeah,
your mom's mom or your dad's mom?
moms.
Perfect. So your mom will yell at him. I mean, the apple
Probably.
don't fall far from the tree. Your mama ain't gonna take no shit off of. If Nana don't take no shit off Sir UJ, I know your mama ain't gonna take no shit off of him.
Right.
Yeah, so we can get your mama to yell at
I
him.
know, because I got a couple ass whoopings coming up, so
Yeah.
it's his turn.
Now, is there any chance you could yell at Sir UGA?
I hope so.
You hope so.
I hope.
I hope so too.
Why I
I
said
hope so
that.
too. I'm not gonna lie. I hope so too.
It'd be quality entertainment for YouTube only.
Ballard, you made a good joke there, buddy. Good. That was good.
You're like, stop drinking and glisten a Nana. And what did she say, Ballard? Stop drinking, get your shit together.
Oh boy. All right, Ballard. Thanks for coming on this morning. Congratulations, man. I'm happy for you. Good luck in February when she
Yeah.
comes down, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on the cruise in March.
Sweet. I'll keep y'all posted, man. I love you guys, and hopefully she don't take me away from all this because I need y'all.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. All right, thanks, Ballard. There you go. There you go. Listen to me. There's a shoe for every foot. You hear me? There's a shoe for every foot. You're looking at proof right now. Yeah, I'm streaming the Missouri-Iowa game today. 2:30. 2:30. You've been single for 10 years? I believe you. Yeah, I'll be on at 2:30 today for the Missouri-Iowa game. Now, it comes on at 2:30 on a Monday. Most of civilization is back to work today. So I have absolutely no idea how many people are watching that game on TV, how many people are going to come hang out on the stream and watch. I've got no clue. But I'm going to go live at 2:15 or so, whatever, you know. And if nobody's there, then we just we won't stream very long. If they are, we'll stay on for the whole game. We'll play it by ear, as they say. Play it by ear, as they say. But yeah, that's at 2:30. Let's see if they all right. I know a lot of y'all have already done it, but prizepicks.com, you can get 50, use promo code Uncle Lou. It's hold on, let me type it in the I don't think it's in the description of the video. No, it's not. Go to prizepicks.com. Use that promo code right there. No spaces, uppercase letters, Uncle Lou. If you haven't done it already, you get $50 free. All you need to sign up is an email address. That's it. Just give them your email address. It asks for two things when you try to sign up: an email address and a promo code. Make sure you enter that Uncle Lou promo code. That's the only way they know you came from me. And hopefully, if enough of y'all get signed up, they'll work with me again next year. So, but when we checked the other day, none of the playoff games were on there except the Penn State Boise State game. Because I'm curious what Gunnar Stockton's numbers are on Prize Picks for the playoff game. But when you get signed up over there, after you make your first play, and it can be for as little as $5, make any $5 play on prizepicks.com, and they're going to instantly give you $50 free, courtesy of Uncle Lou. But you do have to use that promo code. But I was looking the other day, I think it was on the live stream. Okay, the numbers are on here now. The other day they weren't on here yet for the playoff games, except for Penn State. I guess it's because that game was a day earlier. I don't know, because that game's Tuesday night. The other three are on Wednesday. So this is the first time I'm looking at these numbers here, and I'm not even making a pick on them right now or a bet on the numbers right now. I'm just curious what the betting market thinks Gunnar Stockton is going to do against Notre Dame. So his passing numbers are expected to be basically between 150 and 170. I would take more than 149. I don't know that I would take more than 170. Not that I don't think Gunnar Stockton has the ability to throw the ball. He does, or he wouldn't be on scholarship at Georgia. But he's not the thrower that Carson Beck is. And I really think Georgia is going to do a complete 180 offensively in this Notre Dame game. I think it's going to be 65-70% run. ETN is fully healthy for the first time in a long time. And they've had 3 weeks to install an offense that is Gunnar Stockton friendly. So I'm expecting a lot of quarterback draws, quarterback sweeps, RPOs, zone reads. As far as the passing goes, I do think Georgia will take a shot or two, maybe to Arian Smith, maybe to Dylan Bell, something downfield, deep throws. A couple of them, just if nothing else, just to kind of keep Notre Dame's defense honest. But I don't think you're going to see like the 15 to 20 yard passing game you get from Carson Beck, 20-yard crossing routes. I don't know that we're going to see a lot of that type of thing from Gunnar Stockton. I think it'll be a lot of, I don't think either you're going to see a lot of these snap the ball and just immediately throw it to the wide receiver. I don't think you're going to see a lot of those either. You need to have a lot of zip on the ball to run that play. The one that everyone complains about all the time, where you just snap the ball and immediately throw it to the wide receiver 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and Georgia does it 15 times a game. I don't know if Gunnar Stockton has the velocity on the ball to do that like Carson Beck does, but I do think you're going to see a lot of throws to the running back in the flat or short routes out of the backfield, and I think the tight ends are going to be heavily involved in whatever type of passing game Georgia comes up with here. They're big bodies, so they tend to run shorter routes, than the wide receivers. But I do think Georgia's offense is going to look completely different against Notre Dame than what it's looked like at any point this season. So I don't know if I would take over 170 passing yards here. In fact, this is probably like a Jake Fromm type of situation. You remember when Fromm was at Georgia? if he threw the ball over 30 times, we lost every time. And the reason is, if we threw the ball more than 30 times with Jake Fromm, it meant we were behind in the game. That's why we were throwing it so much. We were trying to get back into the game, and you have to throw it to do that. The games that we won with Jake Fromm were games where we could run the ball, play good defense, control the clock, time of possession, line of scrimmage, that kind of thing. And, you know, those were all those stat lines that Jake Fromm used to have over and over again, which was, you know, he'd be like 18 of 23 or, you know, 17 of 24 for 150 yards, 160 yards, 170 yards, and Georgia would win, you know, by 2 touchdowns. Running the ball, playing keep away. That seems like more of the appropriate game plan here with Gunnar Stockton. I'm not comparing Gunnar Stockton's ability to throw the ball to Jake Fromm, but it's the inexperience that worries me about Gunnar Stockton. I don't think you want any quarterback with as little experience as Gunnar Stockton has in a playoff game throwing the ball 35 times. The more times Gunnar Stockton throws the ball in this game, in my opinion, the more likely it is Georgia loses for 2 reasons. Number one, if they throw the ball a lot, that means they're probably behind, and you tend to lose games when you're behind. Number 2, the more he throws the ball, the more likely it becomes a mistake is made. And that's true of any quarterback. You know, you throw 1 pass, it's probably not going to be an interception. You throw 100 passes, probably going to throw a couple of interceptions out of 100 passes, no matter how good of a QB you are. So I don't expect a lot of throwing here unless Georgia is behind. So there's just no way I would do more than 170. I might go more than 149. Rushing touchdown, I'll take that. I would do more, half a rushing touchdown. I think he probably gets a rushing touchdown. I'll definitely take more than 12.5 rushing yards. I think he could get that on the first series. I'm shocked that that number is that low. Now, you got to remember, in college football, sack yardage comes off of your rushing yardage. So, for example, let's say in the 4th quarter, Gunnar Stockton's got a total of 25 yards rushing, and he takes a sack for 20 yards. He now only has 5 yards rushing. So you would lose if you had over the 12.5. But still, I like more than 12.5 rushing yards for Gunnar. I like him to score a touchdown. In fact, let's get rid. If you've never been on Prize Picks before, the devil icon and the goblin icon, or whatever these are here, and then some of them have no icon at all. So, like, the 12.5 rushing yards has no icon here. The 19.5 rush yards has the devil icon here. If you bet 19.5 more than if you bet the more than 19.5, it pays out more than if you bet the 12.5. Does that make sense? It increases your payout, is what I'm saying. If you choose the red demon icon or whatever that is, it increases your payout. If you choose a green icon, it decreases your payout, because these are lower numbers and easier to hit. These are higher numbers and harder to hit. I hope that makes sense. I probably didn't do a good job explaining it. More or less than 25.5 passing attempts. See, this is about the number I was just talking about here. I would expect between 20 and 25 pass attempts for Gunnar Stockton in this game. The higher it goes over this number, I think the less likely Georgia wins the game. I think if Georgia can get away with 22, 23 passes in this game, it probably means that the run game is working, and I would like their chances there. Here's one with passing yards and rushing yards combined at 188.5. I would consider doing more on that one. Anyway, I'm not going to make my bet right now. I'm going to think about it some more. But I just wanted to look at Gunnar Stockton's numbers, because when we tried to look the other day, the numbers weren't on there. Let's compare that to, say, Riley Leonard. Riley Leonard expected to have about the same amount of passing yards as Stockton. See, Notre Dame doesn't throw the ball. You know, Notre Dame's like 102nd in the country in passing offense. And it's not necessarily because Riley Leonard is a terrible quarterback. He's obviously not a terrible quarterback. They just don't throw the ball very often. They run the ball with Riley Leonard, with Jeremiah Love, that stable of running backs they have. So his passing numbers are expected to be pretty low too. Good, 75 rushing yards. If he has that, Notre Dame probably wins the game. If he goes over 75 rushing yards, Notre Dame probably wins the game. I hope that doesn't hit. Anyway, even if you don't make any bets over on Prize Picks, which of course you should, and you should use that promo code Uncle Lou. But even if you don't, it's interesting to look around over there. It gives you an idea of the expected numbers of a certain player. You know, it's interesting to see what sort of the betting market thinks Gunnar Stockton might do in that game, and in a site like Prize Picks is a good way to kind of figure that out. You know, you can tell by looking at Prize Picks that they expect Gunnar Stockton to throw the ball 20 to 25 times. They expect him to have around 150 to 170 yards passing. And they expect him to have, 15 to 20 rushing yards. Notre Dame never won a New Year's Six bowl game in so long. Juice Poot picked Georgia. I listened to... I got up early this morning. I got up about 6:15 this morning. So I watched Juice Poot's show from last night. Well, not all of it. I kind of skipped around. But he picked, he picked all the favorites last night, but he picked Georgia to beat Notre Dame. He picked Georgia to beat Notre Dame. He picked, he picked Oregon. He did not pick all the favorites. He picked Oregon. He picked Georgia, Oregon, Ohio State, and Texas to win. No, he picked Oregon. Unless I was half asleep and heard him wrong.
This show's pretty. No. He did. It have taken all the motivational meat that they can off to throw the ball, and there's really only one script is as important. Part is so important. Notre Dame model has it at a pick. I am going to pick Georgia to win this game and cover.
All right, so he picked Georgia to win and cover.
Back and let them feel that way about themselves. I believe that the result you see in the Rose Bowl will make you look and say, boy, how did it shift that radically? Or it may make you say, how does an Ohio State team that did what they did to Tennessee get beat? Well, it's because you get different versions of a team every week. But I don't think Ohio State's going to play poorly at all. I think they're going to play phenomenally. I just think Oregon's that good. So I am slightly leaning Oregon to win this game.
Yeah, he picked Oregon and Georgia. He picked Oregon and Georgia. I didn't mean to confuse you, Chance. No, he didn't change his mind on a different episode. He only does picks one time. I don't know what all the Georgia fans are going to do who always run around going, everybody always picks against us. Now they're going to have to say, everybody's picking against us except Juice Poot. Georgia will make it to the Natty even with Mike Bobo. If Georgia makes it to the Natty, it'll be because of Mike Bobo. Not even with Mike Bobo. It'll be because of Mike. I mean, it's okay to just admit you were wrong. It's no big deal, Schultz. You've been wrong a lot, so it's no big deal just to admit you were wrong. Yeah, push-ups again today. I took yesterday off. I couldn't do anything yesterday. Thank God there wasn't a game to stream yesterday. I wouldn't have been able to do anything yesterday. But I'm gonna be back at it today at 2:30. Push-ups, curls, sit-ups, jumping jacks, dips, squats, whatever we need to do. Yeah, Brock Bowers broke the rookie tight end receiving record yesterday. Mike Ditka held the record. Brock Bowers broke the record yesterday. Yeah, I got to get in shape. I'm too sedentary. I don't do anything. I got to do something. The majority of the picks you make on the games have been wrong. Your entire take on Mike Bobo has been wrong for 2 years in a row. Over and over and over again, week after week after week. No, I'm not changing my diet. Ozempic is to lose weight, not get in shape. Some people don't know the difference. You might be one of those people, sounds like. I know you see my comment, Lou. Yes. I know you don't remember me because I definitely remember you, all the lawsuit videos and divorce ones. I have no idea what you're talking about. Nor do I remember you. It turns out you might not be as important as you thought you were. Florida boy. You don't know what I'm talking about? You don't remember going on and on every day for the last 2 years straight about how terrible Mike Bobo is? How do you not remember that? No, that Florida fan was hilarious. That called in that night with the street signs hanging up in his little workshop or whatever he was in. That guy was hilarious. No, you make comments all the time about who's going to win or lose games. Are the Falcons making the playoffs? No. Did they win yesterday? I quit watching. I had a bet on the first half of the Falcons Redskins game. The Falcons were winning at halftime. Did they end up winning or losing? They lost? Damn. Weren't they up by 10 at halftime? Another choke job. Oh, they lost in overtime? The last Falcons game I watched fully? Shit. I don't know. Maybe a playoff game the last time they were in the play. I mean, the last time I watched any in it, I don't remember the last full NFL game I watched other than playoffs or Super Bowl. I just, like even yesterday, I watched some of the Eagles game. And then I watched some of the first half of the Falcons game, but like I don't generally watch a whole NFL football game. So I don't even remember the last Falcons game I watched fully, but I do watch the full playoff games sometimes, or of course the Super Bowl, but I don't remember the last regular season NFL game I watched the whole thing. Most Sundays during the NFL season, I'm doing the Your Season Is Over video all day on Sunday, so I don't have time to watch the NFL games. Sometimes I'll watch some of the Sunday night game. Monday nights, I do the Lunch Money Show with Pete at 10, so I'll sometimes watch a little bit of the first half of Monday Night Football. And then Thursday Night Football, I do the call-in show, so I can't watch that either. So a lot of it is just work-related why I can't watch the NFL. I don't not watch the NFL because I don't want to watch the NFL. It's because I'm if I'm not watching the NFL, it's because I have something else to do. I don't hate the NFL. I obviously am a much bigger college football fan than I am NFL fan. But not watching the NFL for me is just a product of I'm usually working when the NFL games are on. How long was this a hobby until it was a job? About 3 years. I started making money about a year and a half into it. And then after about 3 years into it, I reached a point where I reached a point about 3 years into doing YouTube where I didn't have any more time to put into YouTube because I was working another job, and I had to decide whether to take the chance on YouTube or to just kind of keep it as a hobby that made a little bit of money on the side, you know, and I just decided to jump all the way in. Lou is a Vols fan. The only thing that Octavian was right about was that FSU would suck. I think Florida State 2024 is the worst Power 4/Power 5 team of all time. Because you're just a big Uncle Lou fan. That's why. And you don't have anything else to do. Lou, will you do a product review of the Ridge line? Well, I've pretty much given you my informal review of the Honda Ridge line over the last few weeks. Florida State was 2-10 in a conference that is 1-9 in the postseason. The ACC has the worst postseason record of any conference this season in history. You want a Honda Ridgeline song? Oh, boy. What bets did I write down? The ones Dylan said earlier. Columbia plus 12.5, Kansas State plus 3.5. Those are basketball, and I'm assuming that they're today. He usually types the bets that he's making for that day. Let me look though. And he's been getting a lot right lately. Is the only so I'm going to bet on him. I'm not telling anybody else to bet on him, but he's been getting a lot right lately. So. What is today? The 30th? He says Columbia and Kansas State. Columbia plays at Rutgers at 5 p.m. Kansas State is hosting Cincinnati at 7 p.m. today. And both of those games are actually on TV. If you want to bet on them, you can watch them. The Columbia at Rutgers game comes on the Big Ten Network at 5 o'clock. Cincinnati at Kansas State, 7 o'clock on CBS Sports Network. And I'm going to bet the Iowa-Missouri game, too, since we're streaming it. So let's pull that up and see what it is. What bet do we have to make there? Let's look and see. Football game. Missouri is favored by 2.5. The over-under is 40.5. What do y'all think about that one? Missouri is favored by 2.5. The over-under is 40.5. Take the over. You want me to take the over? All right, over 40.5. That bet is in. We have over 40.5. I don't know who's playing. I have no idea. You can Google it. I have no idea. If you lose, I will cover you. I only bet $25 on it. What I'll do is I'll go live at the game starts at 2:30. I'll go live at 2:15, and I'll let the comment. I'll do a bet every quarter like we did the other day, and I'll just let the comment section pick a bet for me for every quarter, and we'll see how they do. I'll just bet $25 every quarter. Well, I've got the over 40.5 because that's what y'all said in here today, but I'll go live at 2:15. The game starts at 2:30. The first 15 minutes from 2:15 to 2:30, I'll get the comment section to give me the first quarter pick, and I'll do whatever the comment section says. Let's see, is the first quarter line out? The first quarter line's not even out yet. It'll come out in a couple hours. You'll be able to bet. Right now, you can bet on the first half, but not on the first quarter. But once it gets closer to game time, you'll be able to bet on just the first quarter. And I'll let the comment section pick that. Y'all tore the wheel up this year. Oh, which reminds me, how to do that. I'm gonna do it right now because I keep saying on the live streams, oh yeah, I forgot to pay the big wheel. And then when I end the live streams, I'm not doing it. So let's start with the most recent and work the way backwards. So Army minus 14.5. I think that hit. Yes. Okay. So Cash App. Let me send this guy his money right now. This was R. Smith. So the rigged wheel won again this past weekend. So he sent me 20. So we're going to send him 40. Rigged wheel pay. All right. So R. Smith has been paid from this last weekend. All right. The one before that was the playoff edition of the rigged wheel, round 1. Jacob R. had Clemson plus 12. That was a loser. They lost by 14, so I don't owe anything on that one. And then we had conference championship week. Hogman had Oregon minus 3.5, and that hit. So let me pull up my PayPal. PayPal.com. Log in. Hogman sent 25, so we're going to send him 50. But I got to find it first. What's his name? What's his? Hoghead, there he is. Click on his name. Find his email address. There it is. Copy. Send money. Hoghead, there he is. $50 to Hoghead for the rigged wheel. Send. All right, Hoghead is paid. We did 3 rigged wheels that day. Jamie P had Oregon minus 3.5. That was also on PayPal. That hit too. So let's find Jamie P. There he is. He sent $20, so we got to send him back 40. There's his email address. Copy. Send money. Paste. $40. Friends and family. PayPal balance. Send. He's paid. There we go. All right. As far as I am aware, everyone is paid. If I still owe somebody money and you haven't been paid, email me, let me know, and we'll get it straightened out. Well, the difference is every time Stetson played good, I came on video and said Stetson played good. Y'all said Bobo was dog shit after Georgia averaged 40-something points a game last year, and then you said it every week this year, even when Georgia was busy putting up points and beating people. That's the difference. Every single time Stetson had a good game, I'm on video right after the game saying Stetson had a good game. Y'all went to your graves with the Bobo is terrible speech. So, no, it's not the same, nor do I have anything to admit. What else can we do today before 2:30? Are there any videos I need to make? I know y'all want me to make a hype and hate video about Notre Dame. I tried to do it yesterday. I can't get motivated for these hype and hate videos. And I'm not going to put out a hype and hate video that sucks just because people want me to do a hype and hate video. I just lost the motivation to do hype and hate videos. I even told people I would do one for Notre Dame yesterday. I just can't get motivated to do it. You should take that philosophy in your betting game, Slaw. Oh, I made my second reservation yesterday for the second half of my Vegas trip. You know, I have that room at the Flamingo for the first 5 nights, but I didn't have a room for the next however many nights it is. So I decided on MGM Grand. I've never stayed there before, so I'm going to try it. Yeah, I thought about making a Cam Ward video and a Colorado video, honestly. But since Miami and Colorado both lost, they'll both be on the Your Season Is Over video on Thursday. So, yeah, MGM Grand is huge. I think it's the biggest casino there. I mean, you walk a lot in Vegas no matter where you stay. Because you walk up and down the strip. At least I do. You walk up and down the strip anyway. It doesn't really, walking around the casino doesn't matter to me. But yeah, never stayed at MGM Grand. So at the Flamingo for the first 5 nights, and then MGM Grand for the next 3 nights. Well, so I get to Vegas on a Saturday. I'm staying the first 5 nights at the Flamingo. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night at the Flamingo. Thursday morning, I check out of the Flamingo, check into the MGM Grand on Thursday, stay at the MGM Grand Thursday night and Friday night. I fly out of Vegas on Saturday, but my flight isn't until 11 o'clock at night on Saturday. So I actually booked the MGM Grand through Sunday so that I don't have to check out of MGM Grand at noon Saturday, but then my flight's not till 11 o'clock at night. I actually have the room all the way through till Sunday. Even though I'm not staying in the room Saturday night, I have the room for Saturday night so that I can stay in there, so that I can keep all my shit in there on Saturday. So I'm staying in Vegas for 7 nights, but I have a room for 8 nights, if that makes sense. Oh, I love walking the strip in Vegas, yeah. Walking the strip in Vegas gives you the biggest bang for your buck entertainment-wise in all of Vegas, because it's free to walk the strip and it's never-ending entertainment. Literally everywhere you look. It's never-ending entertainment on the strip in Vegas. What's up, Matthew? Music City Bowl. Is that the bowl today? I don't know what the bowl's called. You're talking about the Iowa-Missouri game? You have to just say who's playing. You can't, calling it by the bowl name is irrelevant because no one gives a fuck what the bowls are called anyway. So asking about some bowl name doesn't mean anything to me. You have to tell me who's playing. Let's see. Monday, December 30th, Iowa, Missouri. Yeah, music. Okay, that's the Music City Bowl. We did over 40 and a half. Is that what we did? What did we do? Over 40 and a half? Lou, do you think you're going to have snow soon? I don't ever think we're going to have snow here. If it snows, it'll be a surprise to me. What if there was a bowl called the Uncle Lou Bowl? Where there, for enough money, there could be. Music City Bowl will get upgraded when they get the news. Upgraded to what? Less meaningless? I don't know who played in the Rocket Mortgage Bowl, so I don't know if I enjoyed it or not. I think South Carolina will beat them. I think South Carolina beat Illinois. Could have snow between January 8th and 12th. What, in Augusta? That would be news to me. I don't know. Weather.com. I haven't heard anybody around here talking about snow, but I don't know. Yeah, there's no snow here, buddy. No snow here. I don't know where you are, but or where you think I am, but there's no snow here. People told me could have snow between 8 and 12. Well, where? Yeah, it's going to snow somewhere on January 8th. I'm certain of that. The fact that it's going to snow somewhere January 8th through 12th doesn't mean it's going to snow here. Sometimes it snows in some places and not in others, like in Alaska or the moon. I have no idea where you're talking about. Atlanta? I don't live in Atlanta. I don't give a fuck what it does in Atlanta. You just asked me about South Carolina, Illinois, and I told you immediately, didn't I? Yeah. You said thoughts on South Carolina versus Illinois, and I told you my thoughts on South Carolina versus Illinois. Now here you are asking me the same question again. What are you doing? Now you're asking it again. Okay. I put them in timeout for 5 minutes, so I'm ending the show in 4 minutes. Hey, Lou, can you give us thoughts on what Tennessee's record will be next year? No, I can't. Has doing LouTube affected any of your personal relationships, Woo? No. Most of the personal relationships I have are because of YouTube. Let's just see if we can time out the entire chat section. Let me see. Georgia's record for next year. Hey, Robert, did you know it's supposed to snow January 8th through 12? Did you know Alabama should have been in the playoffs and Indiana doesn't deserve it? Amar, the ATM, thank you for the super chat, sir. Good to see you in here this morning. He says, good morning. Sven says, let's double lose win. Yeah, I won $1.85 last week. Thank you, Sven. And Jay from earlier this morning. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate y'all with the super chats. Praying Texas ends the nightmare Wednesday. Otherwise, I'm going to clown Paxton to eternity. Yeah, I was wondering. So you're an Arizona fan, obviously. So, I'm sure you want Arizona State to lose, right, Zona man? To the over beat. Huffer Billy Paul, thank you for the super chat. He says to the over beat. Yes, to the over beat. Thank you, Paul. Squirrel White may be going to Georgia. Is he an undersized slot receiver? If he is, Georgia's got a good chance of landing him. If he's a true, legitimate outside number one type wide receiver, there's no way he's coming to Georgia. We collect undersized slot receivers like stamps or baseball cards. I don't do score predictions. I make picks on the game, which would give you an idea of what I might think the score prediction would be, but I don't do score predictions. He's definitely a slot receiver. Then yeah, Georgia's got a chance of landing him. Next year we're going to have Squirrel White at 5'8" on one side of the field and Zachariah Branch at 5'5" on the other. And 4 NFL tight ends. And 6 5-star inside linebackers. Nico is going to Georgia. What, on vacation? You know the portal's closed and Nico's not in it, right? You're aware of that, aren't you? The portal is closed and Nico's not in there. Yeah, Nico would make a great punt returner at Georgia. Can he fair catch the ball? That's the only requirement to return punts at Georgia, is the ability to fair catch. You can't transfer if you're not in the portal, so Nico's not transferring. The portal is closed for everybody except teams that haven't played yet. And Tennessee's already played, so portal is closed. Yeah, Nico can't enter the portal now until after the spring game, which he's not doing. Nico will transfer after next season. The fan base will run him off. Yeah, he's transferring to the NFL after next season. Not because of the fan base running him off, though. Nico's transferring to the NFL after next season. I don't see Nico being worth a damn in the NFL. Yeah, I don't have any idea, but I do think he's going to the NFL after next season. Did you see where Vandergriff retired? No, did he? Well, he couldn't get on the field at Georgia, and he lost his starting job at Kentucky, so he'd probably have to transfer to the Group of Five if he wanted to keep playing. Wouldn't be the first time Tennessee had a 5-star that flop. Well, if you sign enough 5-stars, eventually some of them are going to flop. I mean, Georgia's had a bunch of 5-star flops because they sign a bunch of 5-stars. Who remembers Trent Thompson? Trent Thompson's one of the biggest flops in college football history. Might be the biggest flop in college football history. 5-star defensive tackle, number one player in the country. Couldn't get on the field and never got drafted. Oh, that's all right, Austin. If I put somebody in timeout for 5 minutes, it's because I'm just messing with them. So no one should ever get mad if I put you in timeout for 5 minutes. If I put you in timeout for 5 minutes, it's because I'm messing with you. If you're bothering me, I kick you out for enough time to where you won't come back for the rest of the show. So like if I would have timed you out for an hour, then that would have meant you bothered me. Was Dwan Mathis a 5-star? I don't think so. Lou, you rest wrench. What? What does rest wrench mean? Reset wrench? No, I haven't reset the wrenches in a while. I won't reset the wrenches again until after the national championship game. Don't know if anyone else asked, but are you streaming the game this afternoon? Yeah, 2:30. I'll come on about 2:15. The game starts at 2:30. I'll come on about 2:15. Now, I don't know if I'll stay on for the whole game or not because it's 2:30 in the afternoon on a Monday. So, I mean, if 10 people are watching, I'm not going to stream for 3 hours if 10 people are watching. But if enough people want to hang out and watch the game, yeah, I'll stay on. I don't know why they're playing at 2:30. I mean, I know there's a NFL game on tonight, so maybe they don't want to go opposite the NFL game tonight. I don't know, but it's just ridiculous to have one game on at 2:30 on December 30th or whatever today is. Now tomorrow is New Year's Eve. That's of course different. Tomorrow, we got games all day. Good games, too, starting at noon. Alabama and Michigan at noon. Louisville and Washington at 2. South Carolina, Illinois at 3. Baylor, LSU at 3:30. And then the playoff game tomorrow night, Penn State, Boise State. YouTube stream tomorrow will be the playoff game, Penn State and Boise State. The Patreon stream is Alabama and Michigan at noon. So I'll be on Patreon tomorrow at noon and YouTube tomorrow at 7:30. I think Patreon is half off right now if you join too. I got an email or something. In fact, somebody who's not on Patreon, click that link. Pretend like you're going to sign up. You don't have to, but tell me if something's on there that tells you it's half off. Because I've never seen that before. And if I click on Patreon, it's not going to show me because I have a creator account. It is half off. Okay. Thank you, Tom. I didn't want to tell people it was half off if it wasn't. Uncle Lou and BA socks are half off for the foot fetish subscribers. All right, y'all. I'm going to get out of here. Working way too late today. But appreciate y'all tuning in. 2:30 today, Iowa, Missouri. Come hang out. We'll have a good time. I'm going to try to get my exercise in during the stream. And I'm going to try to survive it too, hopefully. But appreciate y'all hanging out this morning. Shout out to Ballard. Ballard officially off the market. If you missed the first hour of the show, Ballard is officially off the market. Sorry, ladies. You missed your opportunity. But it is what it is. All right. I'll see y'all at 2:30 for Iowa versus Missouri. Have a good morning.